Hi friends, today we say goodbye to Bend, Oregon and our friend Shantyel, but we'll be back. Bandit and I travel along the Deschutes River to the eastern slope of the Oregon Cascade Mountains and down to the mighty Columbia River at the Dalles. We explore Celilo Park, breathe in the spirit of the oldest settlement in North America, and watch some exciting windsurfing. Welcome to our adventure.
Well, hi friends, it's Papa and the Bandit. Hi Bandit. Good morning, Papa. Are we going to be leaving here soon? Yes, Bandit. We've been in Bend, Oregon for a couple days now. Saw our friend Shantyel and ended up staying an extra night because of the thunderstorm. Yeah. Papa doesn't like to drive when it's too stormy and too windy. I'll do it if I have to. I've done it lots of times before, but I avoid it when I can. So, this morning it is so long to Bend for now. I expect I'll be back here sometime soon. I want to see Shantyel regularly. I haven't seen her in 2 or 3 years. Since my physical therapy with her discontinued, and I miss her, and she's a lovely young girl, and I like spending time with her, and I'm her papa, just like I'm papa to a lot of you folks. So anyway, for today, it's so long to Bend, and we are headed towards Celilo Park on the Columbia River. Yabba-dabba-doo! Well, I'll tell you what, folks, there are very few places that are prettier than this Bend, Oregon area and the Deschutes River Valley. But look how green and lush things look. And this is the middle of June, which isn't the real heart of the summer, I understand, but nevertheless, many places that are more desert-like are much browner and much drier. There's a real good shot of the mountains and the spires and the cathedral-like appearance. Just a beautiful place that God has created. Oregon is pretty darn spectacular, don't you think? We're still following along the Deschutes River. It's just gotten quite a bit larger. Beautiful. And the little town of Maupin. Look at the wild lavender over here. That's beautiful. We are entering into the Columbia River Gorge. This is it's a gorgeous place. See the beautiful orchards over here? Those would principally be apple orchards, maybe cherry. Entering into the Dalles, Oregon. The Dalles is the name of a town. The Dalles is also the name of a historical site on the Columbia River. It is the site of low water in the river, fast rushing water, waterfalls and portages. It's where Native Americans would trap salmon that were migrating. And when they built, I believe it was the Bonneville Dam, it flooded upriver. The part of the river that got flooded was where the rapids were. so that there is no longer any Dalles Dam or Dalles Rapids. Look at that water rushing out from behind that dam. Look at that bridge right there. That, I believe, is called the Bridge of the Gods. Columbia River Gorge. Wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful place. Here we are at Celilo Park. Driving in. A few other campers up there. Beautiful park, lots of green grass. Restrooms.
Your destination is on the right.
No other amenities, no running water or anything, but there are picnic tables and restrooms. Well, Bandit, what do you think? You want to go outside? Yeah, Papa. Yeah, I've been waiting for this this whole trip. I've been riding back here and I've been being really nice, but I want to go outside now. Can we please, please, please? Yes, we can. We're going to go outside. Hi friends, it's Papa Dale, and here we are at Celilo Park on the mighty Columbia River. And look who we have here. It is the Bandit. Hi, Bandit. Hey, Bandit, can you say hi to the people? Well, I would say hi to the people, but I see some dogs over there, and I'd really rather go over there and sniff somebody's butt. So anyway, here we go. We're going to walk around Celilo Park. It's an absolutely beautiful day here with the sun shining and the wind's not blowing. It's not good for the windsurfers, but it's good for audio. There is a boat launch right down there where you see those trucks and rigs, and it's a very popular boat launch, a place where people come and fish for all kinds of fish. Walleye is one of the big ones. And you can also see the campers and the trailers where people are camping. And that's because this is a Parks Department facility. And I believe it's federal. And so it's kind of like BLM land. You can park here for free for 14 days out of any 30-day period. And so you know, you can be here for a couple of weeks, and then you got to be gone for a couple of weeks, and then you can come back for a couple of weeks. You can't just camp here permanently and forever. It's a playground for the kids with a nice chipped wood base, so if they fall, they don't get hurt. There are a number of tents. And so there are tent campers. And what's interesting about the tent campers is that very often there's a tent put up and nobody there. Come down here to this boat launch area, and it's just pretty. Look at the wonderful sides of the canyon wall there, the cliffs, the ancient cliffs. It's, wow, it's just shocking. And as we pan around a little bit, you can see similar kinds of cliffs on the other side of the river. It's wonderful. It's brilliant. And then the mountains up above. Crazy gorgeous. Well, what do you think, folks? Do you think it's crazy gorgeous? I sure do. Well, this is the boat launch area here. Got some folks that are getting ready to go out into the river and do a little fishing. Good day for it. Wind's not blowing today, so nice and calm. Bandit, are you enjoying your walk? Yeah, Papa, leave me alone. I'm busy. I'm focused on looking for some stuff out here. All right. Wow, it is a gorgeous morning. Absolutely beautiful. and pristine. Goodness sakes. Look at the lushness of this grass. The sprinklers come on here regularly. I've seen them. And so they certainly have a great source of water right next to the river. And this grass just is really lush and green and nice. What a wonderful, beautiful park. Oh, he sees some dogs over there. Yeah, he sees some dogs over there. So his interest shifts. He's like, squirrel! And he's off to the next thing. And you can see right out here a tugboat pushing a barge upriver. Usually the barges that are going upriver are empty. They're going up to take on, this time of year, mineral type commodities, coal, sand, gravel, rock, crushed rock, things like that, taking it downriver to other places for use there. And then at harvest time, of course, it's got crops like apples and cherries and peaches, grapes, wheat. A lot of people don't know it, but Washington State is one of the top wheat producing states in the entire country. Yeah, a lot of people, when they think of Washington State, they just think of Seattle, but look at the hills over there. Does this look like Seattle to you? So I did mention that this park was one of my favorite parks. It is technically dispersed camping. You don't have a guarantee of any kinds of services at all. I've never seen any spigots where you could take on water. There is no place where you can dump tanks. There are vault toilets, and there are garbage dumpsters and garbage cans. And so you can take advantage of some services here, which is nice. The place where you're supposed to camp is asphalt. It's fairly flat. There's not much need to level things out. But yeah, this is a great campground. One of the things that we want to take note of here as we travel downstream, now we were walking upstream, and that is the bridge that's right there in the river in front of us. It's a very large bridge, obviously spanning the width of the river. And this bridge is a drawbridge. You can see the tall span up in the air there for the ocean-going traffic to be able to apply the waters of the mighty Columbia. Now this, of course, is the water route that Lewis and Clark took back in, I don't know, like 1805, something like that, when the United States was expanding westward. The cry was manifest destiny, meaning the nation would be one nation covering the entire continent from coast to coast. And as part of that, Thomas Jefferson sent an expedition out west, the Lewis and Clark expedition. Well, let's go down here and test the water and see how cool it is. On the one hand, it's river water, so it's flowing, and because of that, it should be or could be on the cool side. On the other hand, it is lake water being stopped up by the dam, so maybe it's warm. Let's see. Oh, here we go. Let's test this water. See how freezing cold it is. Oh, not too bad. That's cool, but I wouldn't call it cold. That'd refresh you on a nice hot summer day. Back in the pioneer days and before, when the Indians were the primary human inhabitants of this area, here, of course, because there was no dam. And this area, several hundred feet under what we perceive as the surface today, were rapids called the Dalles and called the Celilo Falls. And these rapids made it tough for the salmon migrating to get upriver. The Native Americans had known that for generation after generation, and so they used this place as a locale to capture fish. I read on a plaque somewhere that a good native fisherman could easily scoop out 100 large salmon in a day. I don't know if that's a 4-hour day or an 8-hour day, but could scoop out that many salmon. And that the winds that typically blow up this gorge, not right now so much, but typically the winds that blow up this gorge were sufficient to be able to aid significantly in drying the salmon. And so they would have large drying apparatus where the salmon were hung and filleted and hung, and the wind would just dry them out, and the dried fish, of course, would be a great way to store protein and have food stores available for much of the year. But Celilo Falls is underneath the surface of that water, a couple hundred feet, and those falls themselves were, I've seen old photographs or hand-drawn representations. Those falls look to me to be in some places 15-20 feet high, and it wasn't a single waterfall. It was rapids with falls spread out between the rapids. And one of the things that the Native American women would do is they would come along the banks of the river and they would collect this driftwood. And this driftwood makes great firewood. They would use this driftwood to build fires that maybe they would smoke some of the salmon. They would certainly cook meals for themselves and the men that were working doing the fishing. So that driftwood was a great source of firewood. When we are at Celilo Park, we very often just focus so much on the river side of the park because, of course, that's the main feature. We tend to forget and or ignore the beauty of the rock walls that this canyon is carved from the mighty Columbia River over the eons, simply chewing the rock away to make this beautiful Columbia River gorge. It's wonderful. Hi friends, Papa Dale here, and with a new friend that I just met here. His name is Mark, and he's been coming here to Celilo Park for how long?
33 years.
33 years. What do you do here?
This is my rolling toy box and carries all my windsurfing gear.
Oh, you're a windsurfer.
Yeah, so here's my boards, and my sails and masts, my booms and everything.
Wow, and you say that your wife used to windsurf with you?
She used to windsurf, but not anymore. So.
Not anymore?
Wind providing, you'll be able to see me sail.
Oh yeah, I'll get. Let me know when you go out, and I'll get some video.
You'll know because I'll have a wetsuit on.
You just go right straight down here and launch off the beach?
Yeah, right over there.
Okay.
The seagulls are sitting on the.
All right. Okay. Cool. Yeah. Well, give a shout or something. Let me know if you would. I'd appreciate it. The wind is blowing really hard. I've got wind socks on the audio, a couple of them, and I'm trying to hide the camera with my head as well. My neighbor here at the park is Mark, and he is going to go windsurfing. Now he says that the size of board and sail that he's got right now are kind of small. It's a 4-meter sail, he says, but apparently that is the most fun, but he's not sure if the wind is actually blowing hard enough. We've taken a nice long walk with Bandit through the park and along the river. I think it's time to head back to the Millennium Falcon. And we're gonna get ready, get packed up, get things put in its travel position, and we are going to head back down the road today. Okay, so I'm glad that you were able to come along with us on this journey to Celilo Park. Now don't you all come here all at the same time and crowd it all up on me, because I do want to keep this as a place where I can come and still have some elbow room and enjoy it. But if a few of you want to come, I'll share. So for now, this is Papa Dale saying, what's next?
Hey friends, if you like Papa and the Bandit videos, and you've watched more than one of them by now, isn't it about time that you subscribe? Just click the button and the bell to be notified of future videos, and then click one of the cards to check out our other videos. Thank you so much for watching. We truly do appreciate you.